Hello, my name is Gloria Carter, and I am your Prairie View Cooperative Extension Program Family and Community Health Agent for Cameron County. As we all know, it's time for our children to go back to school for face-to-face instruction, which means it's time to pack those school lunches again. Today, I will be sharing some tips on how to pack a healthy school lunch. Packing the kids' lunches for school means that you know which nutritious foods they are eating. Here are some budget-friendly, creative ideas to help kids stay happy and healthy during lunchtime. Now, while some kids prefer the same thing every day, others may be okay with a slight switch to their sandwich. So what you can do is use different breads like 100% whole wheat tortilla wraps instead of the bread, but just make sure to choose wraps that are low in saturated fat and made with no hydrogenated oils. Or you can choose 100% whole wheat pita pockets. Those are really good and fun for the kids to eat too. In addition to lettuce and tomato, try shredded carrot or zucchini and sliced apple or pear with a turkey sandwich. You can also try avocado or hummus as a swap for cheese or mayo. You could also try leftover grilled chicken in your sandwich as a switch for regular lunch meat. Now, think about using those leftovers from a favorite family dinner for a next day lunch. Use a thermos to keep the foods hot, or use ice packs to keep cool foods cold until the lunch bell rings. Some ideas that you could use for leftovers are soup. Could be tomato soup, vegetable soup, or even a bean soup. You could try chili, whether it's vegetarian or made with lean or extra lean ground chicken, or even extra lean ground beef or turkey. You could also send spaghetti that's made with whole wheat with tomato, pesto, or marinara sauce. Those are always going to be a better option than the creamy ones that usually have more butter and fat in them. You could also send over a bean casserole, beans and rice. Now, sometimes these foods, though, do have a lot of sodium. So make sure that you make them homemade with a little or no salt at all, or if they're pre-made, compare nutrition facts on the nutrition labels just to make sure which one is the better nutritious option that has less sodium in it. Now, sometimes it's okay to let your kids play with their food. Yes, your kids can play with your food sometimes. You can even let them dunk their foods, especially when they're getting extra nutrition. So try packing one of these fun dunk, with dippers. You could try apple and pear slices to dip into low-fat plain yogurt or peanut butter, or even celery, carrot, or sweet pepper strips to dip into hummus or fresh salsa or homemade bean dip. Another good option are whole grain crackers or slices of grilled tofu, which is a soybean product, to dunk into soup. Now, remember when you're choosing your crackers, make sure that they're low in sodium and low in saturated fat and made without any hydrogenated oils, just to keep them very nutritious. Now, also, when kids help pack their lunch, they're more likely to eat the lunch. And that's what we want them to do, right? We don't want them to send it back home having not been eaten, or worse, throw it out in the trash when they're at school. So get them involved. On nights that you have a bit more time, like a Sunday night, have them choose which piece of fruit or what type of whole grain bread they would want, and let them assemble their lunch. Let them put it together. And make this a weekly routine. It's just another great way to spend family together time as well. Now, don't forget, very important, to remind your children to wash their hands before they eat. And if they're unable to wash their hands for whatever reason, make sure that they have hand sanitizer on them so that they could use that prior to eating. Safety is very key. Now, once the lunchbox gets back home, don't forget to clean out their lunch boxes, right? To clean out the lunchbox, simply wash using a sponge with warm soapy water, rinse it out really good, and then leave upside down to air dry for the next morning. If you find that it returns with a slight odor, you can always deodorize it with simply leaving some baking soda in it overnight, and then you can dump the baking soda out and wipe it clean in the morning, and it should be nice and fresh for you to use. Now, hopefully you like these tips for today, and if you'd like more great tips like these, please visit heart.org and like my Facebook page. It is called Cameron County CEP FCH. Again, thank you so much for visiting us today. Hope to see you next time.